Hi, Taurus. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. This is a timeless love reading for my Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Any cross watchers always welcome in any of my readings. I'm going to ask Spirit about this connection. It's not easy. A connection that may be struggling in some way. Any guidance that Spirit has, what's their intentions? What's the next move? Before I start, I want to let everybody know, I've been kind of announcing it to everybody. I do have a second channel. I've named it Psychic Kathy Mamolen Pick a Card. And it's just for pick a cards. I have uploaded a handful of pick a card readings already. So I will put the link in the description below. So they're really, really good readings. And I hope that you take advantage of those being uploaded on my second channel. So welcome to all my Taurus. Let's see what you have. This is not easy. Relationships are not easy. If your relationship is not easy, this reading is for you. Let's see what they have. Let's see what they're saying. Spirit, I am listening for you now. I have adrift, not willing to settle down or be responsible. Time to commit and put down roots. Is your person, I want to say, stringing you along? Is your person, keeping it going just enough so that they have somebody in their life, but at the end of the day, they're really not all in. They always have kind of this back door. You feel like they always can get out of it pretty easy. You're not married. Maybe you don't even live together. Maybe, of course, everything would be separate financially. So it would be a feeling of, at any point, that they could just kind of say, well, you know what, we've hit our end. It's a very uncomfortable place to be, Spirit saying. It makes you feel like, I don't have any kind of foundation, or it's not set in stone in some way. So that could be very upsetting to you, just the lack of commitment. It's a long road. You have a long way to go before you find what you want, but the journey helps you grow. Now, I know you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that you're learning a lesson in this connection. But yeah, life is long and relationships are long. And if you are committed to this person and you have, invested a lot of time into somebody, we go through a lot of ups and downs, Spirit said. And sometimes some years are harder than others. I have empty. The truth is that you simply don't feel fulfilled. It's worth the wait to find true happiness. So this feeling of empty, okay, I don't feel fulfilled. That you're entitled to your feelings, okay? You're entitled to your own happiness. You're entitled to feeling loved. And when we don't have that, we're missing out on just so much. So you kind of look around and you go, why am I here? I'm empty. Okay. This feeling of I'm empty inside. I'm alone in a relationship. I'm not happy in my space. Leaving. You've taken it as far as you can go this time around. Walking away is the best thing you can do. And I would never tell anybody to leave a relationship, that you always have the choice. I'm just here to give you, guidance and to listen to the messages. But some of you may be thinking about leaving. Like, you're to a point where this person is keeping that door open for themselves. And you always feel like, well, if they're keeping the door open for themselves, why am I not? You may be all in and you don't feel like they're all in. So that could be really a struggle. Spirit, please share with me any messages. I have an Ace of Cups. I have a World. I have an Emperor. And I have a High Priestess. So it's coming into me as you have created a whole world around this person, okay? That you can't see your life without them. And it could be that you're really, really attracted to this person. You have put them on a pedestal for so long that you just can't imagine them not being in your life. But I'm concerned, Spirit just said, that you are almost codependent on this person emotionally, and that you can be okay without somebody, that you would be okay without somebody. It's that you don't want to. But I feel like there's a push come to shove time that there's got to be more in it for you. And without you being like, but my whole heart is in this person. My whole life is around this person. Like everything I do is based on around this person. You're still an individual and you still live a full life with or without somebody. So it's just that that's what you've been doing. And it doesn't mean that your life wouldn't go in a different direction. And maybe there's better things yet to come, Spirit just said. I have a 10 of Pentacles. I want the security. I have a Death card. And I have a Knight of Swords. Oh, it's a horizontal card. That's cool. Okay. Okay. It came into me as we need to talk. It's the old we need to talk, deep conversation. Okay. So it's a sense of I'm not fulfilled. It's all about you, or it's I'm kind of living my life around you, your choices, what you want to do with our time, your work, you're this, everything comes first on their side. And sometimes you feel like you're taking the back burner. I feel like we're having a deep conversation with this Death card, that something has to change. And it has to change fast with that Knight. And it's a feeling of, if things don't change, that you're going to start taking a much closer look at who you are and what you want. And I do feel that. I have a 5 of Swords. And this conversation could open up a can of worms. It could open up well, this is what you knew you were getting into. I told you years ago that I didn't ever want to be married again. I told you I never wanted to have a child. I told you that I never wanted to share a home with anybody ever again. You know, whatever it is, it could open up a can of worms, but maybe feelings have changed, or time has changed what it is that you want. And that you have that right. You know, people change. You know, what you said 5 years ago maybe doesn't even apply today. So I do feel like I'm going to open up a can of worms. But we have to talk about the future. We have to talk about what's ahead of us. And we have to talk about, are we moving on together? Okay. And that Chariot is usually a forward moving energy, but it also has a push pull energy to it. It also has a hesitation energy that, you know, I kind of pull the horses back and slow them down. Maybe there's a blockage in the road. Maybe there's something that I have to go around, you know, with that Chariot. So there is a sense of this conversation bringing out almost the worst, you know, but they're saying that, but they're words that have to be said. And if we don't say them, we're just going to keep going through the motions. And this person's going to get everything that they want for the rest of their life. And you're still going to feel unfulfilled. So the bottom line is you're feeling empty. So what do you have to lose? You know, if you're empty and you're not happy, you're afraid of a conversation. What do you have to lose? You have nothing to lose. You're already not happy. You know, is it going to get worse? No, I mean, a tower. You're afraid of a tower moment. You're afraid of your life changing. You're afraid of this all going away. I don't blame you. Nobody wants change. I'm not saying it's going to change, but you have to think of the possibilities, Spirit just said. You have to always think about what your choices are and what the possibilities are, because your happiness has to come first. It really does. You can't live your life for somebody else. A love offer. Love wins, taking it to the next level. If your person says, no, I want a future with you, and I didn't realize that this was so upsetting to you, and I don't want to lose you, then the conversation was worth it, because you now are at least talking about what is going to make you happy and what you need emotionally. So I would say that that's really important to do. I have the answers. Look at the beautiful crystal ball. You're going to get some answers. Okay. You're going to hear that one way or another, this person is going to share with you like the direction that they want. And then you're going to ask yourself, is this in alignment with my future self, my higher self? Is this going to fill the void that I feel like I have right now in this connection for some reason? We want different things. Right now, I feel like we're going in different directions. We aren't spending time together. We might not sleep in the same bedrooms. We might not even eat meals together anymore. You know, like we're just existing. And your person could think that everything's perfectly fine, which is always the shock to me, that they're like, well, what's the problem? I thought we were fine. You never say anything. So the holding it in and not saying anything is letting them know that this is all acceptable. This is how it is. This is how it's going to continue. So you've got to speak your mind, Spirit just said, and you've got to think clearly about what it is that you want. I have an Emperor. It's not all about them. I have an Ace of Wands. It's coming into me as I get that you don't want to lose this person, and we're not saying you're going to lose this person. Maybe we're going to make it better. I have a High Priestess. If your intuition is saying I'm supposed to be with this person, I'm going to stay with this person. It's a tremendous fear of, if I open up that can of worms, if I even let this person know in any way, shape, or form that I'm not feeling fulfilled, this person would be like, well, there's the door. You're not happy. I can't make you happy. But they can try a little harder. They can be a little bit more, they're saying the word patient. Maybe they're not patient with you. Maybe they get exasperated very quickly, or they kind of go off the handle very fast for some reason, or every Spirit saying for every reason. So that makes you nervous, or that makes you feel like you're walking on eggshells because you don't want to create a reaction. That makes it worse, that you're holding your breath around somebody because you just don't want them to, freak out in some way. I have a Four of Swords. You need a break. You could be exhausted from all of this. I have a Ten of Swords, an Ace of Cups, and I have a Knight of Cups. I'm going to say that you miss the person you fell in love with, because something has changed. Something isn't there anymore. And maybe you're just not feeling loved. And certainly the romance that Knight of Cups gave you in the beginning, maybe they're not affectionate. Maybe they don't kiss you. Maybe they don't look at you the way that they used to look at you. Maybe you feel like that you don't feel sexy to them anymore. And I feel like this is a big part of it. Like, this is what we had. This is how I felt. And I don't want to let it go because it was so good. It was so beautiful. But that's not where you are today. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Cups. We could be happy again. Spirit's saying it's just a matter of time. But I feel like we can be happy again. I don't feel like this person knows that you're not happy. I think they're clueless, to tell you the truth. I think your person is like oblivious to their environment or what is going on. Maybe you have just been keeping the emotions inside, and you've been quiet, and you've been isolating from them. Or you've been keeping busy doing other things so they don't take notice of what your feelings are. But I feel like there's a sense of oblivious to what's right in front of them. Spirit, please share with me any timeline. I have April. Maybe it can turn around. The number 18. I feel like that's somebody's birthday. April 18th. August 22nd. August 22nd. These could be birthdays. Let me know if it's your birthday. I always love that. Leo energy. I've got this feeling of, they just said bright light to me. I guess I want to say hope. I guess I want to say the light at the end of the tunnel. Bright light, spirit. They're saying meaning, like more meaning in this connection. That, you know, why are we together? I guess you're questioning why you're together. You're trying to look for that bright light, look for that, you know, almost like this looks like a, I don't know, it looks like flowers, but it came into me almost like a beachy scene with like a lighthouse, you know, it's a beacon of light. And it just feels like I'm just searching for that beacon of light. I'm still waiting. I'm just waiting for that hope of things are going to get better. Things can get better. But the 10 of Cups, I feel like things can get better. But this person has to wake up to what's right in front of them. They really do. And I think you're going to have to tell them. If they can't see it through your body language, your conversations, your intimacy. I mean, if they can't read you in these non-communicative ways, they have no clue what's going on. So you're going to have to blatantly say, I feel empty inside. I don't feel fulfilled in this connection because I feel like you aren't putting me first, or it's all about you, or that I don't feel secure in this connection somehow. So I feel like we have to have that conversation. It's not a good one. Next spring, we can repair. You know, this is one of those energies also where I would give it a timeline. You're not, of course, ready to leave this energy because you've built a life around this person, is how I feel. And you still look up to this person. You're still very much in love with this person, I think. But it's a sense of, I can't last much longer, and I'll give it to the spring. I'll give it 6 more months. So maybe you have given this a chance over and over again, and maybe you're putting a time element on it, that if things don't improve within the next 6 months, then I have to start taking care of myself, and I have to start thinking about what will make me happy. What can I do for myself? I mean, you should be doing that right now anyways. You should be just working on yourself. You should be just doing things that make you happy, working on your own self-esteem, your own self-confidence while you're in this relationship, because that will help you no matter what. In 3 months from now, almost a sense of I'm going to get some answers, that either things are going to turn around or we're going to be right at the same place, and I'm just not there. I'm just not happy with this connection. And Spirit's saying you were happy, but something's changed. Maybe they've changed. You know, sometimes as soon as you get married, it's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. They've captured you, and you get married, and all of a sudden you're like, who is this? You know, or you start to live with somebody and you see really the ugly side of them. Let's see what the loving messages are, if there's some messages. Give me a kiss, baby. When was the last time they kissed you? That's a big one. They kissed you on the lips. They made out with you. They looked in your eyes. When was the last time they kissed you? All I desire is clarity. Let me know what's up. The answers will come. Just keep asking Spirit for your answers, okay? Because they may not come out of the mouth of this person. So you have to ask Spirit to, you know, keep guiding me. Listen to that inner voice. Listen to your own soul. You know, what's best for you. Only you can make decisions. What's best for you. Call me, text me, reach out. Do they call you? Do they want to know? Maybe they become very inconsistent. Maybe they used to call you all the time or message you throughout the day and want to know what you're doing. And now you don't hear from them ever, and you feel like you're a burden when they call or something. I have kids already. I'm not interested in having more. We could be on different pages with what we both want for our future. I have severe childhood trauma. That only goes so far with me. I have old wounds and, okay, so be a grown-up and then get some help. Go see a therapist, get some help for your wounds, because those only go so far with me. It's like everybody has wounds, and your job is to constantly be healing yourself and constantly be trying to move forward and be a better person and find the paths to do that. We are eternal lovers. Maybe you feel like this is your soulmate. I can't walk away from my soulmate, my twin flame. I wish I could see a future with you, but I don't. Are you feeling that this person has not promised you a future? And maybe they didn't say, I don't, because you would have been out of there. But it's almost implied because they're not taking action. They don't want to live with you. They want to keep everything separate. They definitely are not going down the path of being married. They like having their space, and they want you to have your own space, and they don't want to have any responsibility for helping you maintain your space, financially or otherwise. So there's no responsibility. So that could be going on as well. And that's when you say, do I have a partner, or am I dating somebody casually? I want a daughter. Maybe one of you would like to have a child and the other one doesn't. I think that's always a biggie. Let's get one more. We are direct reflections of each other. The way you feel is the same way I feel too. Maybe you both feel the same way. Maybe you both feel like there's something missing. Maybe they're not happy also, but they're not saying it. We have a lot to talk about. It's this let's talk energy. And sometimes those deep conversations bring out the best in us. And sometimes those deep conversations kind of highlight what's really going on. And they're hard conversations to have. But in this case, I think it's time. It's time to have the talk. It's just the, not in a bad way, hopefully to repair, hopefully to heal, or get clarity that you really should move on. And that's okay too, for some of you. That's okay if that's what you want for your path. So I'm going to put this out into the universe and ask Spirit to continue to guide you. I knew these readings were going to be difficult. It's not easy to be in a relationship. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words. I appreciate it. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, check out my website, KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. Check out that second channel, Psychic Kathy Mamolen. Pick a card. I'll put the link below for some additional readings, for some pick a card choices on that second channel. We will see you again real soon, and I hope you enjoyed today's reading. See you soon.